Hey y'all, it's Simply Bell with Simply Bell Living. Thank you guys for joining in today. And today we're going to be talking about part two of our 2026 spring garden planning. For me, like I told you guys last video, we're going to be talking about what we're going to be planting this year as far as herbs, flowers, and fruits are concerned. Of course, this is a collaboration with our girl Gina from Gina versus Gina and her new garden planner. Okay, you guys, this is produced with purpose, and truly, this is what we're talking about, producing with purpose. We're producing our food, our fruits, our vegetables, our herbs with a purpose. We're doing it thoughtfully. So we're not wasting our time and our money and our energy. Okay, you guys. So this is her new planner. It's a 5-year planner. It is a great investment, you guys. Um, in this planner, you have the garden tracking, the plant tracking. You have a grid layout for how you can plan on ahead of time how you might want things to look out there as far as your containers and anything that's movable. A lot of you guys probably already have the raised garden beds, elevated garden beds, but the grow bags, the containers, the potted plants, they can all be moved. If you get new raised elevated beds or anything like that, you can map it out ahead of time. You have notes, that you can take throughout the season. They have canning recipes that you can write down. Anything that you need, you can put it in this planner. Okay? Like we doing, so many of us. Join us, get this planner. She may or may not be sold out right now. That means nothing. She will be re-upping, getting more out there. Order it, you guys. Pre-order it. Okay? It's a very good tool. Again, I fill mine up for this season. It don't make sense, but I'm a gardener. What do we do? We buy seeds. We buy seeds. We plant seeds. We plant seeds. We harvest food. All the things, right? It's a little bit maybe excess. However, keep track of it. Understand, remember, reference it. All the things right here in one book. Buy one journal, 5 years. Okay? No more notebooks, no more side little notes, no little, all the things, one journal. Okay, so let's get to the purpose of this video, y'all. Cause yeah, it's a number of plants. It's another of seeds that we starting, okay, for this season. This video hopefully won't be as long as the last one, but y'all already know how we do. We get excited, we start talking about our seeds. Okay, but let's get it started. Okay, so these first seeds I'm going to talk to y'all about, I use them mostly for culinary purposes. You can use them for whatever you want to use them for. Your garden, your seeds, your way. Okay, beginner, experienced gardener, doesn't matter. Whatever you do is your business. Okay, as long as you get to dropping seeds and growing, that's the whole purpose. All right, but I want to preface all this, by the way, with saying this. So some of these seeds have recommendations that may or may not be on the packaging. You really need to do your research. Right now, you are on a device, which means that you have some kind of internet purpose, some advantages, right? You can use the internet, whether it be your phone, a tablet, a notebook, a laptop, whatever, desktop, it don't matter. Look up, research all this stuff, you guys, because it may save you a lot of, like I said, money, time, and energy. So with some of these seeds, it's recommended that they are cold stratified, which means that they need to be refrigerated or put in the freezer to help them wake up out of dormancy, right? Uh, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably not a bad gardener, but I don't necessarily always follow, the recommendations. Again, your garden, your way. My garden, my way. But I will try to give you the recommendations, that I recall. Again, but do your own research, okay? So the first one we're gonna do is talk about is this. I don't know if people will be able to see it, but it's a giant Italian parsley. I got that from Mrs. H at Homestead Heart. You guys check out Homestead Heart. Mr. and Mrs. H sell these seeds, y'all. The packaging may not be Baker Creek packaging. However, the seeds, they germinate, they work, you guys. $1.50. I unless they it's a store that's going on sale, a seeds store that's going that the seeds have basically gone past their sell by date. You're not gonna find seeds for $1.50. Okay, $1.50. Check it out, Homestead Heart. Um, German Time. Got that from Mrs. H at Homestead Heart. Don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm trying, y'all. So forgive me. I'm trying. Now another time that I have, y'all, I bought this from the Dollar General. I wanted to see. I want to know if it's gonna grow. I want to see what it's gonna do. Okay. I don't know how much this cost. I don't remember, but I know it was $1 something. Um, it's not organic, but we're gonna try them out. We're gonna see what it do. Yeah, it says a herb rocket from Dollar Tree. It's thyme. Okay, try it out. We're gonna see. We're gonna find out together. Mess around and find out together. The next herb. Now this herb is recommended for it to be soaked. To wake it up, I guess, out of dormancy. Is So Easy Sage. I got this from the big box store. Most of these seeds I've already sold, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, almost all of them have germinated and sprouted for me. So again, I didn't soak the sage. I didn't soak the pork. Now I will say this with the parsley, maybe I should have, because parsley sometimes it give me a really hard time. I have some already out there in the backyard, y'all, and it's still viable, it's still green, it's still growing, it's still giving me what I need. But to germinate, yeah, it gave me a run for my money. So maybe I should have followed the recommendation. Maybe I'll do it next time. We'll see. I can't make no promises. Okay. Okay. Our next herb that y'all, you could be a beginner. You want to plant a herb? Let me tell you, plant basil. Basil will go crazy and grow crazy for you. It will do all the things. Okay. Every variety that I've planted have done all the things. It'll come in and it just start going crazy. Basil, basil, basil. Basil, basil, basil. Everybody in my family, that's all they look at me, they be like, basil, basil, basil. Yes, basil. Plenty of basil. This one is sweet basil. I got from the big box store. Y'all forgive me for my rants. I get excited. This next one is Thai holy basil. I got this from Baker Creek. This basil, highly popular basil, is not just for culinary that I use it for. I use it for medicinal as well. Not saying you have to. I am not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what I do. Okay? So, holy basil, Tulsi. Got this from Botanical Interest. Okay? This one, like I said, I'm using it for, it's multi-purpose. Mostly everything I plant that's not a vegetable is multi-purpose. Okay, I'm not out here to play around. This is not a hobby. This is a lifestyle. Okay, I know that that's been a big topic that's been going on YT lately. Hobby gardening versus what is it called, priority? Yeah, gardening as a priority. You do what you do. It's your business. It's your garden. Whether it's a hobby or it's a priority. For me, it's a lifestyle choice, and it's survival. But back to our list, we have Italian oregano, Homestead Heart. Oregano gives me trouble as well. Um, I don't know. I don't think there's any recommendation for it, but it does. I'm not gonna lie, it give me a run for my money every time. It's so frustrating, but I'm not stopping. I'm not trying. This is what we do. This is why we have so many seeds in one packet, y'all. Because you try, you fail, you try again. You may or may not fail, but you keep trying. You got a whole bunch of seeds. Use them. If you get them to germinate and sprout, and then they still continue through the growth phase, and you get all the way to harvest, that's great. But you can keep some of these seeds for the next season's harvest, for the next season, I advise once you get to harvest your own, whatever it is, harvest your own seeds, keep your own seeds. We should be buying these one package. We should be buying these packages one time, one and done, y'all. Because from then on, we should be saving our own seed. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. Okay, we'll be talking about that in a future video, but this particular seed packet right here, I already have still growing, still viable. Is my deal, bouquet deal. And if it at some point in time no longer is viable, what will I do? Drop another seed. I'm dropping another seed. I got plenty of seeds I can drop them. This last culinary herb that I use, she's cantankerous. You know, she want to do what she want to do. Okay, and you need to leave her be. Is what you need to do. Okay, respect her, leave her be, and she gonna respect you and give you what you want. Okay, and y'all know her name. It's Miss Rosemary. Oh, Miss Rosemary. I got her from Seed Therapy. I also have rosemary already planted out in a pot. She's still viable. She's still lush and green. She's still growing. Even though we went through this really cold winter storm, a lot of nothing. I will say this: nothing that I have in a pot or a grow bag was damaged. Nothing. I brought them all. I did what I had to do. I told y'all. I haven't put a video out there. Hey, protect your plant babies. That's what I did, and they still out there growing and doing a thing where I don't have to keep buying or planting seeds. But again, if they become unalive, drop another seed. Don't worry, no stress. Just drop another seed. They'll come back. Now, this set, y'all. Oh wait, before I go to this set, rosemary and dill have recommendations to be soaked. Right, the seeds recommendation is for them to be soaked, but to get them out of dormancy and or kind of, it's not, I don't know if the seed itself is hard for to be penetrated, and the soaking is supposed to help with that. I don't remember, should I say, because yeah, I didn't soak them. I didn't cold stratify the dill. I just put the seed in the soil. I know y'all. I know I need to do better, and I will. I promise. Y'all gonna help me, okay? Y'all gonna hold me accountable. That's what I need, some accountability. But the stuff be growing, so again, my garden. So yeah, the next seeds that we planting out are this lemon balm, y'all. Lemon balm's recommendation. I got this from Mrs. H at Homestead Heart. Lemon balm recommendation is to be cold stratified. I did not, and yes, she did germinate and sprout for me. Our next seed is purple coneflower, echinacea. Now, echinacea did give me a little. It took a while for her to come up for me in the past. Again, I still have echinacea plant in a pot out there, and if she gives me trouble and she don't make it, that's fine. Plenty of seeds left, but I got this from Mrs. H at Homestead Heart, and the recommendation for her is cold stratification and soaking. Now you can tell that the husk on her seed is, yeah, she may need to be soaked, because like I said, she has given me a little, been cantankerous with me in the past. But at the end of the day, I still got my echinacea. Okay. Our next seed is Hysoponis, Homestead Heart. The recommendation for the Hysoponis is also cold stratification. Another, I did not do it, and they germinated and sprouted for me just fine. I have several in there right now in my indoor seed starting system. Our next seeds are yarrow summer berries. She's also recommended for cold stratification. I did not, and yes, I still got my germination and my sprouts to come up, and I have a number of her um that came up for me already. If not before, for sure within the the germinate days that they say that they'll come up. We'll see. Mine are, I believe mine did in advance. I wrote it all down again because this memory is not so good. Okay, write it down, and if it wasn't for the fact that I'm trying to get this here video done rather quickly, quicker than what I did that last one, I will go in here and I will tell y'all exactly how many days it took for it to all germinate. Our next seed is ashwagandha. Got it from Seed Therapy. I don't, yeah, I don't have anything that I remember, and I didn't have it written down. If there's any recommendation for the ashwagandha, she has not germinated for me yet. But guess who? Guess who fixing to go and do what? Drop some more seeds. Me, yeah. The next one is stinging nettle from Seed Therapy. I don't have any recommendations for her. She germinated well. So this one, you guys, this is milkweed, okay? And this variety is showy. So this is showy milkweed. We have a member in our community, Angel. She's also growing milkweed, and I watched her video the other day, and one of her co-workers gave her some seeds, that she had gotten from her plant, saved her own seeds instead of having to go and buy it, okay? And the recommendation is for it to be, I think it's cold stratified and soaked, right? But Angel just planted hers, and they came up for her. I did cold stratify mine and soak them, and I have not planted this one out yet. Most of these I have, almost all of them I have planted out already, but we're gonna see, and I'm gonna be comparing with Angel to see as far as germination rate go, not germination rate, but how long it took for hers to germinate and sprout, and with her not doing what's recommended, and then against what my timing for doing the cold stratification and soaking. I want to see if it's actually makes a difference, right? And that's part of the reason why we're here. Everybody's on YT talking to you about their experiences and what they're planning on doing, and it's not going to work for everybody clearly, right? Because most of this stuff I don't do the recommendation. I just whatever come to my little mind. That's what I be doing here. Okay, don't tell nobody. But yeah, it's your seed, it's your seeds, it's your garden. You do it your way, regardless. Everyone's microclimate, microenvironment is different. Literally, I can find different areas in my own yard, y'all, where I can do the same. It could be in ground. Guess what? The same. I could plant okra in ground right here, and then plant okra in ground right there, and it's liable to be different. It's liable to be different, y'all. That's how serious this is, okay? But you have to try, and you have to find out what works for you in your microclimate, in your microenvironment, in your yard, in your grow space, okay? But yeah, back to our seeds. Moringa. We got Miss Moringa. I think I also have some moringa that I got from Homestead Harbor. These I got from Seed Therapy. The recommendation for moringa is that you soak her on the packet, right? Because most of these packets is not telling you if whatever the recommendation is as far as soak and cold stratifying and all these things. But this specific package does have it under directions. It says soak seeds overnight, then place them in a moist bag for sprouting. And it typically takes 3 to 14 days at 70 to 90 degrees, okay, Fahrenheit, for them to germinate for you and sprout and do well. Take care of them. But again, I don't know. we're all gonna find out together. Our next seeds I got from Survival Garden Seeds is lemon mint. I'm gonna try out this lemon mint. Now y'all know, um, pretty much all mint family, they rambunctious. They kind of wild. They want to do whatever they want to do and take over spaces, right? So it is my recommendation that you put it in a pot, okay, and you try to contain it, prune it up, trim it up, keep it tame, okay? Because if you put it in the ground, it's gonna literally go crazy, like the Tasmanian devil, and just start growing everywhere. And it's hard. It's kind of invasive, so it's gonna be hard for you to kind of get a hold, catch a hold to it. I'll say that, okay? But that's our lemon mint that has already sprouted for us and germinated and sprouted. The next is that we're doing is in the mint family, okay? It's catnip, and catnip is I got this from the big box store. Catnip is recommended for cold stratification. I'm trying to think. I can't remember if the catnip is actually up in the in my indoor seed starting. I think I might have dropped another seed. I don't remember, but I can tell you that I did not cold stratify these. So, but again, it's a recommendation. I don't think it's a requirement. I'm gonna just drop another seed. That's what I'm gonna do. But it says this is a container variety, and it says it's gonna harvest in 70 days. And of course, like I said, it does not say anything about cold stratification or anything else on this packet. Okay, I could read the whole thing to you, but again, it hasn't come up for me yet. Patience. It's one thing you will learn in gardening, farming, is patience, y'all. Y'all don't have none. Trust and believe me, you will. You will. Keep growing. All right. This seed I got from Strictly Medicinal Seeds. Yeah. This one, like the rest of them, is extremely highly for me for medicinal purposes, and of course for the pollinators, but really for medicinal purposes for me. And this is our comfrey. Now it says that the variety is true, whatever that means. I don't know. It's comfrey, but like I said, it has a significantly high medicinal value. Also, you can take the leaves, even if and I would say, like lay them around the base of some of your other plants, and it will increase it. So as it deteriorates, it'll feed the soil, right? And it'll help the soil, and it helps your other plants, y'all. If you can, get you some comfrey, right? Now, I will say this about comfrey. I advise, this is what I do. I put her in a pot, okay? Because she a hot mess. She a bully. She's a bully. She's a bully, okay? She know that she's awesome. And she want to shine. She want all the things. She want her space. She want everybody else's space. She out there throwing elbows. Yeah, like Shaq used to do. But what I do is put her in a pot, right? A nice size pot, can't be no little bitty old 12-inch pot. Put her in a pot and then trim her. Tame her down, because she's a bully. She's awesome. You can't get. I advise that's a good buy right there, y'all. That's a good buy. Comfrey. And last but not least, for this medicinal, and this is not really for medicinal for me, but I don't know how she got in this pile, but whatever. And this packet is actually empty because I use it so much. But and I gifted a lot. It's chamomile. This is Roman chamomile that I got from Seed Therapy. I believe I also have some from of course, Homestead Heart, you guys. I'm a supporter of them, but I use the chamomile mostly for my teas and whatnot. Of course, that's most people, you can buy it from the store, but why buy it when you can grow it? Okay, you'll never have to buy it again. Again, get your own seeds, plant your own food. Okay, you buy it one time and you're done. All right, and that's what we're looking for. Um, Self-sufficiency and fiscal responsibility. We ain't gonna call it cheap, okay? We ain't gonna call it that. All right, so this set is our flowers that I'm growing. So everything I grow for the most part is multi-purpose. It's never just for what people usually grow it for, right? Aesthetics, especially flowers, right? It's never for me. It's never for just aesthetics. It's also for this is for beneficial for the pollinators, which there's been a decline, okay, and we have to try to help get our pollinators back. So we have to give them some food sources and whatnot for them to stick around, and because yeah, some of these fruits and vegetables they need insects to pollinate them. They're not self pollinating. I mean, I can't remember what is it called. Self pollinating. Anyway, it's some beautiful scientific word. But so one of the mainstays here in the small garden, and I probably will be planting some out this year in the large garden just for GP if if I can, is these marigolds. This is Sparky Mix Marigold. I got this from Homestead Heart. I normally plant French marigolds, but this year I'm trying two different varieties. And this next one is Jolly Jester. Got from Big Box Store, Jolly Jester. Both of those have already come up for me. So and they're supposed to be really, really good for pest control, pest control aside and also aesthetics, right? This one I really want, and I'm not gonna lie, I just want it just for pretty, okay? I just want it just for pretty, but also, it's you can eat these sunflower seeds, but and of course they're great for the pollinators. But this is a teddy bear sunflower. I really want it, y'all. I just want it just because it's pretty, and that ain't like me, okay? I ain't no one trick pony, but I really want that one for his one trick. Our next flower is Calais. It's rainbow mixed colors from the Big Box Store. Next we have our Snapdragon Dwarf Mixed Colors from the Big Box Store. And so far, none of these that I've shown you guys have any recommendations that I know of. Again, do your own research. You should always do your own research. Educate yourself. Don't be a sheeple. Don't just listen to anybody, including me. And oh yeah, Simply Bell said or such and such said. No, go back and do your own research, okay? And again, what may work in my microclimate, my microenvironment, in my growing spaces may not work necessarily in yours. What grows in and happens in yours may not work for me. I'm just giving you guys what I am doing. And I want to hear about and know about what you're doing and what's growing and what works and doesn't work in your space, okay? All right. So our next flower that I'm growing, pollinator lover, is Cosmos. And this variety is Sensation Picote. Don't judge me because I might not be pronouncing it right. It's okay. My tongue is tick tick tick. Okay. I live in Louisiana, way down low. Okay. Very thick accent. Our next one that I have out is Borage. It's Blue Star Flower. Borage from Back to the Roots. It's a pretty blue flower, but of course it's multi-purpose. And borage is recommended. It says that borage likes to be germinated in less light than, I guess, the other plants or flowers. I didn't do it, y'all. It was over there with all the light, with all the other flowers and vegetables and fruits. I didn't isolate it. I didn't put a certain kind of little dome cover. I didn't do nothing. And it came up quicker than probably anything. Well, not the basil. Almost as quick as the basil. but it still came up before the recommend before the well, let me see what it says. The germination 7 to 14 days. Not true. It didn't. At least for me, it didn't. It didn't take that long. But the recommendation is for it to be in a darker environment. Again, not on this packet. Nowhere on this packet does it say that, but my own research. The next one is, so now we're coming to a group, y'all, of these flowers. Excuse me. My throat is dry and it's scratchy. But this is common, for us gardeners. They're so beautiful. This one is my favorite color, so I had to get it. It's called Envy. It's a zinnia. It's called Envy. Look how beautiful it is, y'all. I got it from the big box store. I can't wait to see that one. It's so pretty. Also, this one is from the big box store. It's so easy. Zinnia cut and come again. I did plant this last year or so, and they're all cut and come again. Don't tell nobody. But yeah, it's mixed colors. Zinnia cut and come again, so easy, from the big box store. And our last zinnia I got from Homestead Heart is California Giant Mix Zinnia. And these don't have any recommendations that I know of as well. Again, do your own research, find out for yourself, okay? Worry about your own self, find out for yourself. It's late, y'all. Bear with me. We're almost done. These next flowers that I'm planting out, the recommendation for them is to be soaked and cold stratified. Okay, now I'm about to show you these seed packets. Allegedly they're different, but I want to say through my research that they not really, I don't really know. But if anybody knows if there really is a difference between these lavenders, y'all let me know. Aside from the packaging and what the words say, y'all let me know. But in my mind, lavender is lavender. I'm just gonna clip them, and tie them up with some twine and put them in my room, right? Put them on in the bedrooms for like basically air fresheners. They smell so good and they're calming, and that's what I like, a cool, calm space, right, y'all? And of course, you can use them in teas and other purposes and whatnot. But this specific variety is called True Lavender. It is a container variety. Aside from the name and the harvest date, I don't know the difference, but this is True Lavender from the big box store, container variety. It's supposed to germinate, it's supposed to be able to harvest it in 80 days, as opposed to this one that I got from the big box store is English lavender. This one has a harvest date of 90 days. Again, if any of y'all know better, please teach me, okay? I like to learn. Knowledge is power. Give me all of your knowledge. I'll give you whatever I can. Give me something back, okay? That's what we're here for. To help each other. This is nasturtium. This variety is Ford Hook variety, mixed colors. Okay. Now, nasturtium, recommendation is to soak her. I've never done it. I will do it because I did go ahead and plant some seeds out, and she hasn't germinated for me yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and soak them. I'm going to do, what's the recommendation, which is not on this packet, okay? This packet says, it says to aid germination, to rub the seed with a nail file. I did do that, and it didn't work. Okay, and it's not. No, we're not gonna put it on microclimate, microenvironment. We're not doing that. The seeds did come up for me. I purchased them before. They did come up for me, but it took a long time, y'all. But I'm gonna do my own research outside of what's on this packet. It said that they need to be soaked, right? Um, don't ask me exactly how long they need to be soaked. I don't remember. Do your own research. But yeah, this is nasturtium, Ford Hook variety. Favorites mixed colors. And the last flower, y'all, is calendula, Pacific Beauty. Um, the recommendation for her is she likes darkness, right? And she may. She's another one has been very stubborn. But I just like the nasturtiums. She did come up and she did grow for me. In the past, I still have one right now in the pot from last season. Don't judge me. She's still doing her thing, okay? And whenever she decides she don't want to do her thing no more, I got more seeds and I'm going, what? Drop them. Yes, that's what we do. All right, y'all. So now we're going to move on to our fruits. Now, of course, I have some already that's out there. It has absolutely nothing to do with seeds, but this seed session is lemon, lime, 2 blueberries, and of course we've done the watermelon and the cantaloupe. But right now, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, I need help. I need help. Send help. Send a comment. Please help me because I really, really, really want strawberries. I really want strawberries, and I can't get them, and I don't know why. But the recommendation is to I think these are to soak them. I think that's the recommendation for it. But these are coated, okay? Because as you know, strawberry seeds are very, very, very tiny. So they coat them to try to help, basically to help us, the gardeners, to be able to sow them, to be able to see them, to even sow them, right? But the recommendation for them is to soak them. I don't believe that I saw anything about, oh, wait a minute. It says that the seeds will germinate best between 65 and 70 degrees. For best luck with germination, to freeze them. Oh, this particular pack says that you should freeze them. Let me tell y'all something about cold stratification. And the paper towel generally, paper towel method, I'm not going to say that. But cold stratification, you pretty much not going to find too many, maybe. I'm not an expert. I don't know everything, but it is my experience that I haven't found any seeds that require or prefer cold stratification that is like, oh, you get your seeds, oh, this cold stratification, you put it in there a day, 2, a week, and it's ready to go. Don't think that, y'all. Don't make that mistake. I'm gonna need y'all to what? Produce with purpose. Plan ahead. Write it down. Get all your thoughts down. And yeah, do your research, including the timing that it's going to take for all of these seeds to be able to germinate in the best conditions, allegedly, right? But I didn't read this packet evidently because it clearly says for better luck with germination, freeze the seeds for 2 to 4 weeks, okay? In an airtight container or a sealed plastic bag, okay? Remove the container or bag from the freezer. Wait until it has reached room temperature to open and plant. Maybe that's why they don't ever want to come up on me, because who did not do the recommendation? Me. That's what I get. Wasting seeds, wasting money, wasting time. Hot mess. That's what I am. Don't judge me. I'm sorry. But yeah, these are so easy. Strawberry alpine seeds, again, from the big box store, which I will be following the recommendation next time. Now, this I bought, y'all, from the Tractor Supply. This is strawberry eversweet. It's a dormant plant. It's not a seed. It is a plant, okay? I've never bought this before. I always will buy the seeds, except for one time I bought a thing. It was a planter, a strawberry, specific strawberry planter. I believe what is it called? The maker of it was the Groot or something pronounced like that. Y'all, that was a waste of time, money. I don't even know. And energy. It never did anything. It might have brought some gnats, but it never did anything. That was a waste of time. But I'm trying this, y'all, because I really want the strawberries. Really want them. So I said, okay, I'm gonna try the seeds and also already existing plant. I'm gonna follow these directions that they have back here. I'm gonna read them really carefully. I'm gonna love this plant because I really want what? The strawberries. I gotta have them. All right, y'all. Our last fruit that I honestly have already planted out are these watermelons. Now look, y'all. I have a whole bunch of watermelons here that I didn't know, I'm planting out. I've already put into my indoor seed starting system. Don't judge me. Let me tell y'all what I do, okay? Before you start, and don't send me those comments, those little ugly comments. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because let me explain first. So what I do with these watermelon seeds, like so many people want the watermelons. They only basically give you those little, you won't find down here, we call him the watermelon man. He'll come, it's seasonal, just like everything else, but he'll come and he'll have whatever his variety is, right? We normally it's Sugar Town. That's what it is around here. It's the watermelon man from Sugar Town. He come with these big old watermelons, right? But if you go in the store, you're not finding all these different varieties, okay? So if you want variety and you want to grow your own food and stop being so codependent, right? And on these companies that's just shipping stuff out to us. We don't know how long it's been out there. You go there for fresh produce to the stores and you'll find you get home, you didn't notice, oh crap, this container got something in it, it's mold, right? Or however many days later it's supposed to be best by this specific date. You get it home, it's not a day or two, and it's rotting or spoiling. It's not okay. But if you grow your own, okay. I plant these. I will not be have all these water. I'm not putting all these watermelon seed starts in my small garden back there. I'm not doing it. I might do two. I know for sure I'm going to do one. So y'all gonna see that. Y'all gonna pretty much see them all anyway, because the others that I don't do, I'm planning on putting at least one of each variety in the large garden out in the country. And then the other starts that I have done, I'm giving them to family, I'm giving them to friends, I'm giving them away. Okay, you guys, as a community, that's what I really would like to encourage you guys to, whenever you plant seeds, normally we'll plant more than what we need, right? And we'll look to find the one with the highest viability, the one that looks the strongest, right? And we'll keep that one and we'll toss the other. Keep some of your other ones. Let them do what they're gonna do. It may take a little time or whatever, but that's something that you can probably give. It would be nice, for you to be a blessing and give a blessing to someone else, and that may prompt them to want to become more self-sufficient and garden as well, right? Like they say, you feed a man a fish, you feed him for a day, you teach a man a fish, you feed him for a lifetime. Same thing with gardening, you guys. Okay, we can do this. We don't have to be so codependent on these stores who are letting us down, right? So that's why I have all these watermelon seeds. So I just want to, give y'all a little backstory, right, before we go on with this list. Our first watermelon that I will not be growing in the small space garden in the backyard, but at the large country garden, is Georgia rattlesnake. It's from the big box store. And all of these have already germinated and sprouted, and they're doing extremely well back there. The next one is Congo watermelon. Now, both of those, I'm really planting for family and friends and for Mr. Charlie. So you can have a lot of variety, because what we normally grow is in the large garden is called Charleston Gray. And that's where these seeds come from. These seeds come from the watermelons that we grew in our large space backyard garden in the country. Okay, you guys, again, you buy them once and then you're done. That's the goal, okay? Save your own seeds. So that's Charleston Gray. This is Crimson Sweet. You know, it's a smaller melon. Just wanted to try it. Mr. Charlie want to try it out. So, and I'm again giving them away. Now this one right here, this Big Daddy right here, it's for me. It's for mom. Okay. Strawberry watermelon. I don't know if it tastes like strawberry, but my mind say it's gonna taste a little bit, just a small hint of strawberry in there too. Woo. Some y'all. I ain't ready. I am. I'm really ready. But this is strawberry watermelon. I got this from Baker Creek. I will be planting this in my small space backyard garden and the large garden in the country. And I'm also gifting these to some family and friends who, you know, can appreciate a good watermelon. This one is Yamata Cream. I got these seeds from a vendor on Etsy. I believe, let me see, their name is Rooted Together Seeds. Okay, y'all. So, I know that sometimes people don't really necessarily want to buy seeds from Etsy or whatever, but let me tell y'all, I've purchased seeds from a number of vendors on Etsy, and I haven't had any problem. Okay, and I'm not guaranteeing you, and I'm not saying that you won't ever have a problem, right? But I am saying, and what I'm asking is that you judge for yourself. Okay, you want a seed, and if you can find them, either more seeds in one packet or for a more cost effective on Etsy, try them out. Try them out, okay? Like I said, I got these. This is Yamata Cream watermelon seeds. There's not, from what I understand, they're not altogether that easy to find anymore. Mrs. H is the one who kind of was talking about them on some of her videos. That's her favorite. She used to get them from Baker Creek, but Baker Creek no longer sells Yamata Cream. I think they sell a Yamata Silver or something like that. But anyway, y'all, this is Yamata Cream from Rooted Together Seeds on Etsy. That I think I might put that one in a small garden as well. Those two, okay? Jubilee. Jubilee is very popular here in Louisiana. I'll say in my area of Louisiana, Zone 9A. Jubilee watermelon from a big box store. Very popular, very prolific, very sweet, very big, really good watermelon that will be grown in the larger garden in the country. All right, y'all. So we're done. We're done with the herbs, flowers, and fruits for this second video of the series of our 2026 spring garden planning. I do have 3 additions that I want to tell y'all about that I didn't, I don't recall. I think I couldn't have, but anyway, because I didn't have them. But these 3 additions to the vegetables, y'all. So I planted this French breakfast radish. I have it actually in the hydroponic system, the tabletop hydroponic system that I started this year. It was gifted to me for Christmas. It kind of made me a little nervous, but it's doing well. I'm not gonna lie. But this I got from Mrs. H at Homestead Heart. I got that going already. Bok choy, baby bok choy, right? I got this from Botanical Interest. It's again, I might be messing the name up. Forgive me if I do. Let me know in the comments. Please correct me. I'm good to be corrected. Okay. I think it's Choco, right? Bok choy, baby bok choy, Botanical Interest. And then I also planted out this spinach variety called Matador from Botanical Interest. So those are only 3 that I did extra that I didn't tell you guys about. Mind you, disclaimer, I may find me some more seeds and I may drop some more seeds, but my intent is to tell you guys and bring you along with me whenever I do, okay? But if I don't, charge it to the head, not here, okay? All right. Now, again, we're producing with purpose, y'all. Please go check out Gina versus Gina for your planner. It's a really great investment. again, it helps me reference everything I need. I can go back to it for 5 years, right? And reference what I've done and what has worked, what hasn't worked. All the little notes you can put in here, everything you can put in this planner, y'all. One planner, right? No more journals, no more notebooks, no more little scraps of paper, right? One journal, one place. Gina versus Gina, produced with purpose. So the next video, you guys, that we're going to be doing is what? The layout. Produced with purpose, but the layout of how we're going to have all of these seeds that we're talking about planting, what it's going to look like. You got to figure it out. You got to plan it out. You need to be as organized as you can be, because it's less stressful. Once these seeds start going, and we have to do all the things that we need to do to make sure that they're viable and make it to harvest, y'all know when harvest comes, it's gonna be great, right? Less stress for yourself. Write it all down, okay? Keep track of it, and it's gonna be helpful. But our next video in this series, our third and should be our final video, you guys, is going to be about the layout, right? The layout planning for all these seeds. We have a plan, we working the plan, okay? Because what? We growing food, we growing skills, and we growing confidence, okay? But yeah, so our layout, this is my hydroponic. I never transferred. I've done my work, right? As far as my layout, I actually drew it out. I even got on the computer and printed it out. This is a little sneak peek, you know, some of what we're going to be talking about next video for the layout. But yeah, y'all, thank y'all so much for sticking with me, joining me to hear about my 2026 spring garden planning for the herbs, flowers, and fruits. That's going to be it, you guys. If this video helped you guys, if you liked it, anything about it, please like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you. I appreciate your comments, your knowledge. Anything you have to say, we can agree with me, disagree with me. We can have a discussion about it. Hey, what we trying to do? Grow food, confidence, and skills. If you know, you grow. Thank y'all for joining me. I'll see y'all next time. Take care.